Reading food labels. Reading food labels. You know, I recently ran into an experience with uh, going to Walmart uh, and purchasing some donuts. Some donuts that they make at Walmart. They have a bakery at Walmart, and apparently they make all kinds of stuff right there on site. And uh, we used to get these donuts, and I read the label, and I mean a whole bunch of stuff, but uh, what was interesting was when I had rechecked the labels, uh, come to find out that the label was updated to say that this product has now bioengineered ingredients. And the more and more I've checked around, because it's amazing, I mean, we store food. We stock up on food anytime we go. We purchase a couple extra jars of uh, tomato sauce. We'll keep updated and fully in stock when it comes to the salt, pepper, vinegar, onions, onion powder or paprika or whatever, rice, beans. We constantly store. Uh, we think that's important. However, what we've noticed uh, is again the updating of ingredients and inputs that we store on long term, because it's a beautiful thing to be able to shoot your own deer or skin and process your own deer, or do the same with lamb or goats or cow or any animal that you may be raising. um, there's certain things that you're not going to be able to produce in large quantities, and that's why we store, i.e. rice or beans or sugar or flour, these basic inputs. But what I wanted to stress, I wanted to digress, but going back to the notion that the reason why you need to continue to read the ingredients is because they're changing certain things. They're updating. Before it was GMO, now it's bioengineered. Bioengineered GMO, and I'm telling you, man, it's of great concern. What's going on, and you can't even eat out anymore because all these folks are in cahoots together. Um, I eat out every once in a while, but it's just damn, I mean, the service of the food is going down. The quality of service is going down, and the price is going up. But uh, this is why it's so important to, wherever you can, move off of uh, all of this stuff and store what you can while you can. I recently saw a video about the Bragg's apple cider vinegar and how Bill Gates got his hands on that. And hey, but if you store it up a little bit, and you use it the way in which um, it's designed to be used, uh, it'll last a pretty long time. You may have years and years, and you can make your own. Uh, but it's just so important to be able to do these things for yourself. I mean, one of the things that I've recently decided to do was to get some Nigerian, some registered, certified Nigerian dwarf goats, and begin to raise those. And I created the goat pen in the back for them, a shelter. We got water back there. It's just going to be a beautiful thing, because recently I saw on uh, line, and I checked it myself, the expiration dates for milk is getting longer and longer. what are they putting in the milk for what to last? Because remember, you know what I mean, you used to buy a carton of milk, or a gallon of milk, and in 7 to 13 days or so, whatever that short time frame was, that milk was bad. But now this milk is going weeks, still good. uh the writing is on the wall. It's been on the wall for a very long time. um uh and it's a blessing to be ahead of the curve, to be able to have been told by wise men what you needed to be doing in these hours and getting the fruit of it. It's just a beautiful thing. But yeah, you gotta read these labels, and store what you can, while you can, and produce everything else. I mean, my strategy is, whatever I produce, I can produce, and whatever I can't produce, I store a ton of. Because it's a beautiful thing to have some back straps, with some seasoning on it. Uh, but you got plenty of vegetables and stuff. I mean, it's a beautiful thing about the spring, and growing our own garden, and all of the lambs coming in, and um, it's just a blessed life. I was reading Psalms. You will be blessed through the labor of your hands, and you'll be happy. But people, they just don't seem to get it. Don't seem to understand it. But read these labels. Make sure that you're reading these labels. Make sure that you are educating yourself as to what's going on out there, because it's bad. It really is bad when I mean, I was an old school foodie, liking going to the best restaurants. I mean, I tell you, the typical restaurant I used to go to was a restaurant that didn't have a price on it. I mean, it's just good eating. Uh, but it's just sad today to see the experience, whether it's eating out or the food that they're selling, this bioengineered stuff. Hey, uh, only Remen is gonna get it, gonna understand, is gonna move with fear and do what it takes. Um, the rest, hey, folks gonna eat the fruit of their own ways. That's just the truth.